Hi, this is John. Yeah, I'm not very good at these thank you videos. Feels pretty awkward. Maybe it's because I'm talking to my phone, and Siri is a female, and Siri is also kind of cute. But yeah, PT.
Hi, PT.
Hey PT.
Hi, PT.
Hey PT.
Hello, PT.
Hey PT.
Hey PT, Henry here.
Hey PT, what's up?
Hi, PT. Brett, you are such an amazing person, and I'm so grateful that you have been our youth pastor.
I can't believe it's almost been 8 years since you served at this church.
Just really thankful for these past years as our youth pastor. You really made a huge difference in my life and a lot of others as well.
I know things have been very difficult, and I'm really glad that you've stuck with us for so long. I've been very blessed by you, and I think my life would look a lot different now if you weren't there in the past to speak truth into it, and also to just rebuke me in some ways as well, just be very honest.
I think over the years I've gotten to know you a lot better, and I've come to see how much you really sacrifice for the youth and how much you put into our lives. And I just wanted to thank you for continuously being there for me, listening to my rants, putting up with me even though I can be annoying sometimes.
I know I sat in baptism class with you, and it was just really nice to have you just guide me through the whole process.
When I was still in the children's ministry, I didn't really understand what it meant to be Christian or to be truly loved by God, but after seeing you preach and just pour out your heart in front of so many people, made me want to know what it was like to be loved by God.
Ever since I was that 6th grader who just was running around being a little rascal, just being blah blah blah, immature, you just been there every step of the way, teaching us how to grow under God and just how to be a great person as a whole, man.
Hi PT, I'm Jeremy, and I just wanted to say thank you for being with us these past few years. I know it couldn't have been easy. I don't have much else to say, so I'll play something on the piano to thank you.
I think my first memory of you was when you talked about diarrhea. And
was it during a sermon?
Yeah, a Sunday sermon. I was just
okay.
I was like, oh, who is this guy? And then you're there and you're like, oh yeah, I was little and I pooped my pants, and I was like, I love this. And I think you definitely inspired many of the senior boys.
And even though you can be a troll sometimes, you have a great sense of humor, and I really appreciate that.
You're so brutally honest because you were just willing to share everything for God's glory.
And I think you're right when you say God has given you such a great gift of counseling and being able to pour into other people. And I think he was right to call you into ministry. In the time that you've been with our youth group, I've seen you exemplify Christ in many different ways. I think you exemplify his wrath sometimes. But also just love, and you show us a lot of grace at times, and I'm just really thankful for that.
As a youth, I feel to some degree, we all love you very much. We appreciate what you do, and personally, I don't think that you appreciate yourself enough for what you do.
We're just creating this home that we look forward to coming to every week, to not only build relationships with each other, but to get to know God more and to just build our relationship with Him.
It has been so clear the way that God has been working through you to reach people like us, and you have used yourself to impact so many people in such a positive way.
Building this close-knit community where we can just rely on each other, and showing us that we're really all in this together.
There's a lot of us, and it's definitely not easy to deal with all of us, but we appreciate you so much for just your unconditional love.
Thanks for always caring for me in the youth group, for praying in for us also.
I'm sorry for being so annoying.
I'm sorry for...
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
She's sorry. Okay,
I'm sorry.
How's it going, PT? Pastor Anthony Chon, Reverend. I'm calling you from Wichita. This is my place. Whoa.
What's up, PT?
Hi, PT.
Hi, PT.
Hey, PT.
PT.
Hi, Pastor Tony. I thought this would be a fun angle to record at. Hopefully it doesn't make your head too dizzy or anything.
Hey, PT. I just wanted to say thank you for all the years that you have served at LWEC I've inspired so many people's lives, for generations of different people. I'm in San Francisco right now, and just even thinking about the people here, they're all here, but they're people that have been placed in your life, and God used you to speak into their lives at one point. It's just incredible.
It really sucks to see you go, but I know you need to. It's so hard to believe that we got so old so fast. Not saying you're old, but you know what I mean. I'll always be grateful for God bringing you to OYG, both you and Ruth.
But yeah, I'll always remember when I first met you.
I was a 6th or 7th grader.
You were the one who actually brought me into church when I was 14.
You were one of the first people that I talked to. You started trolling me right away and asked me if I had Korean friends or something. And you said that every Korean family that comes to the United States is the same. And you said that my friends are Korean, that their parents run a laundromat or something like that. That's so stupid.
I was kind of skeptical when you first got here because every time I saw you in the hallway, we would just give each other these weird, scared looks.
And while I was too shy to have a one-on-one conversation with you earlier, your advice at the retreat after my freshman year of college really helped me through a rough time.
Just welcome me into that community, and that was ultimately, part of the reason why I decided to keep coming back to Living Water, just because God was just loving me through you and through other people too.
And since then, you've had my back all these years, even during times when I didn't reach out as much. Honestly, even recently, just last summer, came through for me in such a big way, and being there for me when I needed someone the most. And you were actually the only person from back home who actually came and visited my graduation.
I'm glad that you chose to visit me out in the West Coast and not for anybody else or any other purpose.
Seeing you just give 110% for the youth, even if you get absolutely nothing back, or even if you just get walked on, right after, that you would still just pour everything you have, and even more than that, into so many generations.
Thanks for being honest with us in your own health and your well-being.
I'm so glad that we are friends rather than you just be my youth pastor.
Even though you've seen me go through a lot of ups and downs and changes in my life, that you were always there for me and that you still always believed in me, even when I always doubted myself.
PT, you've been an amazing spiritual leader and big brother to me for over the past many years, and I consider you one of the most influential people in my life. You've always been the kind of person to, deeply intercede on others around you, and I believe that as God prepares you and calls you to your future calling, I know you'll continue to show the love and care for those around you as you did at Living Water.
APT, thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you for just all this hard work you put into each and every one of us, and just really caring for us. And I really miss you. And I always remember that time when we went to Aurora missions together. We were assigned to plant that garden, and it was just a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, but it was just so rewarding to see those pictures you took of it, and it actually bore fruit, and that was really good to see.
Hey PT, we just wanted to thank you for all the years you've served our church and our youth group, and the ways you've impacted many lives, including ours, helping me with my faith and to grow and to know more about God, and also helping me through co-leading with OYG sophomore guys, but not only in the walls of the church, but outside, whether it was in Taiwan or in Chicago, to see you faithfully serving and teaching me and many others how to do so as well.
Thank you so much, PT and Ruth, for just all that you've done for us through the years. I know you guys only signed on to lead youth group, but you guys have really helped us through, not just high school, but college and beyond as well. Including doing our premarital counseling and for officiating our marriage. We're just so thankful for the both of you guys and for always, welcoming us into your home whenever we come back to Naperville to visit. And Ruth, thank you especially for, discipling me the last couple of years of high school. I just really appreciate all the times that we've been able to talk and converse and the ways that you've guided me through those times.
Hi PT, I just wanted to take some time to thank you for everything you've done at LWEC and OYG. I also just want to let you know that growing up, I didn't really have a youth group pastor, so for me, in many ways, I consider you to be my youth group pastor. So I just wanted to say thank you for just your love and support throughout the years.
Hey PT, it's hard to believe that it's time to say goodbye. It feels like just yesterday you were giving your guest pastor sermon on marriage being game over. I don't even remember what the purpose of the sermon was or that illustration was, but look at how far we've come. Thank you for all these years of pastoring, shepherding, putting up with 6th graders, coming up with weird retreat shirts. It's been really good. I think that even though I'm a few years out of Overflow Youth Group, I can still come back anytime and call it a community and a home. And that's really because like you built this culture of we're all in this together, and it's just a place where we know this is where God is good to us, and all the time He is.
Just watching you, just spending time with you, I've learned so much about how to handle these crazy kids. You've clearly been given a gift by God, and how to interact with people, how to lead them into Christ, and how to communicate the gospel clearly and effectively. And the fruit of that is just evident in OYG. It's all been so good.
Yeah, when I was interning you in the winter of my junior year in high school, I just remember on the first day, we were just doing church work, filing and like refiling different documents and stuff like that. But then you got a call from someone in the church. They own a card shop, and then they were saying because of the cold, the pipes burst in their card shop. I just remember immediately after receiving that call, you dropped everything, and then you said, Emma, let's go. And then I was like, oh, like, where are we going? 5 minutes later, like, we're in the card shop, and we're just like sweeping out water and with this giant squeegee thing. It was like really cold. We had to keep the doors open so that we could sweep the water out, racing against time, because if these cars get wet, that's like a lot of money that he's gonna lose. It was an experience, and it was the first time that I truly felt like I witnessed someone being a real superhero in real life. I know that this is a goodbye video, but I know that that part of your character will never change too. Wherever you go next, whether it's a new church or whether it's something else, I know that God will continue to use you in that way, use you to inspire other people to grow in their relationship with Christ.
Hey PT, it's Jeff. I know personally I'm so grateful for those years we spent together, those hours we spent on Friday afternoons praying and dreaming and planning for what God was doing in our youth. And in you, I saw the heart of a shepherd, and saw the heart of someone who was so deeply committed to drawing God's people closer to Him. I saw the heart of someone who was so committed to seeing people know Jesus more. And I remember those hours we would spend together during retreat after Friday and Saturday nights, and just encouraging each other and reminding each other of what God is doing in this youth group. And the energy and passion I saw in you, even during those moments where we had absolutely no energy and were totally exhausted, was a reminder and an example to me of what Jesus does for us, and of His heart and His love for us. And so I saw that in you, PT, and that's something that I take with me as I go to the classroom and into the different places that I go to. And I want to thank you for sharing that with me.
Although I'm heartbroken that you're leaving, I'm so excited to see what God has planned for you and your family.
I hope that in the coming weeks and months that you will just find so much comfort and peace and strength, and that you will see more clearly His love and His power in your life.
I'm very sad that you're leaving before I even leave OYG PT.
I can't wait to see what your future holds and how this youth group grows without you as well, and the legacy that you left here at LWEC.
Yeah, I just really wanted to thank you and wanted you to know that you always have a family back here.
The church will always be your home.
You can live in my basement.
Yes, live in our basement.
That's my offer.
We will stash you away.
Many of us will be sending our prayers your way as well.
We'll be praying for you as you enter a new stage of your life.
We will be praying for you and your family.
I'll definitely be praying for you.
Be praying for you and your family.
Anytime you need someone to pray for you or to talk to, I'm here for you.
I'll be cheering for you on the sidelines and hoping to keep in touch with you.
I called you earlier. I'll call you again in just a little bit. Let's definitely stay in touch.
Pray that for your family, that you all will draw closer together to God and to each other, and that you will find so much joy as you go on to the next adventure, whatever that is.
Be with your family and stuff. That's pretty lit.
even through these videos that, we may not be able to express, just how much you've done for each and every single one of us, but I know that God sees that. He sees, all that effort that you're putting in, and He'll reward you. Maybe not in this life, but definitely in the next.
I know moving ahead there may be uncertainties, but I know that God has great things in store for you and your family.
You know better than I do, like God provides for us, so much. As faithful as you have been to God, He's going to be even more faithful than that to you.
We are excited to see all that God has in store. And that reminds me of a verse from Philippians chapter 1, where Paul says to the Philippians, "I thank my God every time I remember you, constantly praying with joy in every one of my prayers for all of you, because of your sharing in the gospel from the first day until now."
God loves you crazy much. I also love you, but very platonically and very appropriately. I know that God's pleased with your heart, that He'll continue to do some amazing things through you. So, thanks, PT.
Just thank you so much.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
谢谢。
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you. Mocha wants to thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so I'll see you around, PT.
Good luck wherever you go. God bless.
Bye. Okay.
See you later. Bye.